motherfucking nation. Screen drenching blood, now they want sanitation. November 17, the iron gate slams. Realistic motherfuckers getting choked by the man. Zoomed in guts, brains on the dash, restrict that shit. Kiss my ass, screen protect the kids, but it's corporate cock block. Pixels ain't real, quit sucking the Glock. Little bastards in the chat, drop the fucking clip. Show me the slaughter, let the bodies rip. YouTube's got the blade hack, cutting out the balls of the games we jack. We are the youth of the goddamn nation, rising up to torch the age restriction. GTA chain like a bitch in heat, rage, burn the fucking street. We are the youth of the nation, screaming bloody murder for emancipation. No blur, no trim, no pussy ass lie. Let the motherfucking blood paint the sky.
All right. Give that a shot. Let's hit refresh. See if that works. Holy shit. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's working. I'm hearing it on my phone. Okay. All right, we're back. Jesus. So, yeah, let me explain what I don't know what happened. I go live, I'm a minute, 2 minutes into the whole thing, and then my whole fucking internet just crashes out. And so here we go. Anyway, shit. That threw everything off, right, for the night. YouTube has been weird tonight. Yeah, Johnny, no, it literally was like my whole PC just lost connection to the internet. I thought that was kind of odd, to be fair, but yeah, man, we are where we are, and I was digging on that song too, man. That was pretty good. Anyway, that kind of threw me off. Now I'm just kind of lost. I was in the whole intro, and then I just around. God, fucking damn it! You know what, Spherical Man? The songs come from the heart. Okay, they come from the cockles of my heart. Okay. I put a lot of effort into making them. You know, I make them just for you, right? I sit there and I think of what would Spherical Man like? What would he really enjoy out of all of this? What would make Spherical Man just fucking melt? And I'm like, it's fucking AI, man. AI song and shit. It's about fucking video games being censored. You know, we are the youth of the nation still, right? We got to fucking fight for our right to Game Boy. Shit. Anyway, from the cockles of Brandon's AI heart. Don't say that. He might be here. POD. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a POD reference. Thank you. We're old. We're old if we get the POD shit. Let's see here. Got Rational for a $5. Thank you, buddy. Kicking off the week. Halo campaign evolved, having sprint ruins the game, especially the flood levels. I guess Halo Anniversary in 4K 120 with mods will have to do it. I don't care. I think the sprinting is fine. I think the sprinting is absolutely okay. I think if you're against sprinting, you're basically like it's basically like the saying, if the music is too loud, you're too old. That's how I feel about your comment about the sprinting. I think the sprinting is fine. I enjoyed the 13 minutes that they showed. Yes, there were some changes. Yes, I don't quite enjoy the fact that the Magnum has been nerfed a little bit. I saw some people getting mad. You can't like one-shot a tank. You could never one-shot a tank. Now, you could creatively take him down in a couple of shots, but in all the times I played Halo, and I'm 25 years now, or 24 years, you know, I never could one-shot a tank. And if you could, then that's fucking miraculous, but I could never one-shot a tank. But I could down him in a couple shots with my Magnum. Okay. But they added in the battle rifle. I know some people are also mad that the assault rifle now only has 32 rounds compared to the 60 from before. But I think it's also more for like controlled bursts of shooting, things along those lines. I am excited for it. And I'm excited for people who are of the PlayStation variety to be able to enjoy it. Look, I agree with you that the Halo Anniversary holds up, but this is being made in order to sell it to PlayStation, to Sony ponies, Sony sisters, okay? Like, that's what it's being made for, and that's okay. Astro Johnny here says you can turn the sprint off. There you go. If you a big old bitch, you can turn the sprint off. No, it's fine. Do what you want to do. Play how you want to play. Dude, I'll tell you what. I have a take. Okay. This is going to get me canceled. All right. This is going to get me canceled again. It's worse than the polar bear. Okay. Worse than the polar bear. You guys ready? Sitting down? You ready for it? Souls-like games should have an easy mode. Bam, I said it. There we go. You know why they should have an easy mode? Because if people want to play on easy, then let them play on easy. Doesn't mean they deserve achievements. It just means let them play on easy. Commander says, I still have a copy of my Halo game, just not sure if an Xbox it currently works. Yeah, well, you can play on anything now, man. There's the Xbox ROG Ally. It's like $1,000. The next Xbox they're saying is going to be like $1,200 high-end machine. Basically just a fucking PC. High-end PC. Because I think what they're doing, I think Xbox is like, fuck it, let's go boutique. We'll make more money. And they might actually do that. Souls likes to have an easy mode. It's the hard mode. That's New Game Plus. Dude, I'm playing Dead Cells right now, and I'm like getting wrecked. I've got at least like 30 hours into Dead Cells in the past month, and like I still haven't beat the first like main boss yet. I just keep getting wrecked. And you know why I keep getting wrecked? Because I keep trying to like get more cells. But I've already maxed out everything I can max out. So it's just like a completionist thing. It's killing me. It's like I was playing Dead Cells earlier today, and I died. My daughter yells from the living room. Through the closed door, she could hear the sounds of me dying again. And she's like, "You died, huh?" I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. My child knows. And then, of course, both her, my 7-year-old, and my 6-year-old want to play Dead Cells. It's a great, great game. Rational here says, Valve is also coming out with the Steam box. The console market will be flooded with these PC-like boxes that can play both Microsoft and Sony exclusives. Well, that's provided that they're on PC. And again, that's kind of where we are, man. We are away from the consoles. The console war is over. Sony will be the last relic. Not Sony, sorry. Nintendo will be the last relic. And Nintendo will probably even eventually, feel the pressure of the industry and have no choice but to go multi-plat. Because consoles themselves, the hardware themselves, is like over, and that's a good fucking thing. Pardon. It's a good thing. Consoles are over. Okay. And I'm not sitting there. I'm not like PCMR. Nah, PCM. I'm not like that at all. Fucking, I generally speaking dislike the PC Master Race. Okay. Because I'm not, because it's just like, again, a lot of those guys are dicks. But my point is that it's like, it's allowing you to game wherever is the best call. It opens up the market. It will push the software. Okay. Because we all know that these companies don't make any money on their hardware. It's always the software. And as I said on Twitter, like 4 years ago, I said, I think Phil Spencer is going to try to get Games Pass over on PlayStation. And someone randomly found that. And then I had a bunch of fucking Xbox fanboys just going like, it will never happen. I'm all like, bro, it's closer to happening now than ever before. I mean, shit, dude, fucking Microsoft and Nintendo teamed up to put Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch. You can get, like, when you play Minecraft online on the Switch, like, you're playing generally through Xbox, I feel. Okay. So there's all that, right? Rip Xbox. Yeah, kind of. I mean, look, man, the Xbox as a brand isn't going anywhere. Sony as a brand isn't going anywhere. But the market is shifting. The paradigm is swinging in another direction. Technology is getting us there faster and faster and faster. And again, you know what? Certain people that are here crying like a dog on a nail on their period, I'm going to tell you guys, game development with AI is going to be something that ends up being very, very, very interesting. Now, is it going to take time to get there? Yeah, because everything takes time to build. But we're currently in the new industrial revolution. But it's the industrial revolution that is working at light speeds faster than the last one. Sadly, with about as much exploitative work on the workers, which sucks. Not a fan of that. But it is one of those kind of stages of capitalism that we're ultimately going to kind of have to go through. Because right now, there is the inmates are running the asylum in Washington. The inmates are absolutely running the asylum. That Sam anti-AI person who's here, his mother is salivating at the lips, both upper and lower, over this, watching our country be destroyed from the inside out. She's loving it. It just is crazy to me how much she's enjoying watching our country fall apart while living comfortably. And middle Southern California, right? Enjoying all the benefits of living in a blue state while crying about something that is impacting all the red states. Kind of like her son, who has trouble understanding life and everything else. Doesn't understand that nobody wants him anywhere, but still continues to try. So good for him. Create, don't scream. That's already been a busted fucking thing anyway. But my whole point about the AI aspect in gaming is like it's going to help with coding. It's going to help with art. It's going to help with design. It's going to help with all of these things. And as a result of that, we will see things move from faster. We will see things, moving quicker. Are they going to break it first? Yes. All right. They didn't like get the car on the first fucking design. Okay. No technology is perfect out the gate. Does anyone remember the iPhone in 2006? Here it is 20 years later almost. What do the iPhones look like? Very similar, but they run exceptionally better, exceptionally smoother. They run like little mini fucking supercomputers in our pockets that just allow us to talk shit to people on Twitter and look at porn. Just the way Steve Jobs intended. But that's my point, is that technology will get us there. Technology is doing that with gaming right now. Gaming is going to be leaning in to the cloud-based infrastructure because it's a lot better now than it was years ago, and this is the worst it's ever going to be. Phil Spencer is doing what is best for the company to maintain the branding of the company by spreading its wings so they can maximize potential profit. And they're going to do it by any means necessary. Dude, I am excited for Sony Ponies to finally get their hands on State of Decay 2. Because State of Decay, in my mind, is a system-selling game. It is so much fun. I love State of Decay 1 and 2. And number 3 is being worked on. Hopefully out in 2026. Hopefully people will be able to play it on PlayStation. Okay. The PS1 was the PS1 was not perfection. It was not perfection. No, it wasn't. The PSX was not perfection. That is a lie. The Nintendo 64 was a far superior system. Look at the games on the what do you got? You got Final Fantasy 7, which I'll argue is good. Okay, on the PlayStation. What, maybe Tactics, right? Find Metal Gear Solid. Okay, more cinematic games. Okay, but for however popular Final Fantasy 7 was, and Metal Gear Solid was, right? Or all those things, they are dwarfed by Ocarina of Time, by Super Mario 64. Okay, by GoldenEye, by fucking GoldenEye. So no, the PlayStation 1 was a good entry. The PlayStation 2 is better than the PS1 because it had a functional DVD player, which is the only reason why it was selling. It was the cheapest DVD player on the market in Japan. But what did they launch the PlayStation fucking 2 with? Summoner? Right? I don't know. It was only $250 25 years ago. Can you believe that shit? 64 is absolutely better than the PlayStation. All y'all just fucking huffing on that copium. You ODing on that copium. It was 100% better. What do you got here? MGS, Resident Evil 1 through 3, Tekken 1 through Silent Hill, Crash Bandicoot. I'm not saying that those are not good games. I mean, except for Tekken. Tekken sucks ass. Okay. But Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, absolutely. Okay. But again, doesn't compare to Ocarina of Time. Doesn't compare. Okay. They're good games. Make no mistake. They're great games. I'm not arguing their lineage in the halls, the annals of history of gaming. I'm just saying it's not better than 64. Barrel Bob here says the PS2 was my first DVD player. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about. So many people got the PlayStation 2 because it was a DVD player, and it was a cheap DVD player. And that was smart on Sony's part. Sony, a hardware company, put in a DVD player in their gaming hardware system, and it was great. I had a modded PS2. That was fucking wicked, man. My stepdad worked in as an engineer, so I had him take my PlayStation 2 and the what's it called? The card. I had the attachment. What is it called? The emulator card, right? Whatever the fuck. And he had his technicians install it and then even reseal that sticker that voided the warranty so no one could tell that it was a modded system. Mod chip, that's what it's called. Fucking mod chips. But I'll tell you this. The better system than that was Xbox. Xbox was the better system of that console generation. Y'all can whine and bitch and moan all you want about fucking Sony's bad. Nope. Xbox is better. The PS3 was also a cheaper Blu-ray player. Exactly. Sony had to rely on giving you something else rather than the games. The PS3 was a shit show. Make no mistake. The Xbox 360 smoked that bitch. Smoked it. Red Ring of Death and all. No, it wasn't Parallax. You're young. You don't know any better. You weren't around. I'm sorry. PS3 wasn't better. Halo 2 on Xbox Live back in 2004 was the shit. God damned right. I'll tell you this. I have never in my life bought a game, took it home, and went, you're mine for the rest of my life. I might be buried with you. Right? That is the idea that I had that night when I went to go get Halo 2. And I went home and I played it. Right? I remember, like, I did this with Halo 3 as well. I went home, I played like maybe 2 hours of the campaign. Then I played 6 hours of multiplayer, fell asleep, woke up, and played 12 hours of multiplayer on Halo 3 without getting out of my seat. I had the day off of work and I fucking used it. I used it. You lived in the PS2 era and PS3 boomer. My guy. You're like 20 something years old, right? You've barely got hair on your sack. You lived in that era, but you were a child. You were a young one when these were already relics. So, you know, you got to live in like the golden age of that. You didn't live with it. You came in later like a fucking tourist. So no, not a boomer. No, I was there. I saw it happen. I lived through it. You weren't. And if you were just walking around in diapers and shit. Not the same thing. It's always fun talking shit. Spherical Commander says, I lived through the evolution of game consoles. You did. If you turned 47, you're 4 years older than me. So yeah, you did. We both did, brother. We both did. We fought on the fields. Console generations. See, here's the thing. These young guys, man, these fuckers have no fucking idea about trying to figure out if you could run EGA games or VGA games. What was your card? What was your card? What could you do? Were you rocking EGA or were you getting that nice, sexy, like fucking 8-bit VGA shit? Nah, it was like 16-bit, but still, right? Or was it? No, that wasn't 32-bit. But it was like, man, the fucking, none of y'all remember that shit because you weren't around for it. You weren't around for Zork. You weren't around for the Oregon Trail played on the, Apple II computers in school. You fuckers had CD-ROMs by then. We had the 5.25-inch hard disk, followed only by the 3.1-inch floppy disk. That was also very hard. Could hold 3 megabytes of data. If you wanted to get a game, it might have had like 12 hard disks. I remember King's Quest V. I got it when I turned 10. Had like 10 or 12 hard disks in it. And if you lost one, God forbid, you lost a disk, you would have to call every one of your friends that might have it and be like, bro, I just need disc 6. Can you bring it to school tomorrow, please? And then they hand it to you and they're like, if you fucking lose this, I'm going to cut you. That shit was irreplaceable back then. You could not fucking find it, man. Like if you lost a disc, you were fucked. You couldn't get a replacement. It's crazy. Like none of y'all know what it's like to go dumpster diving at a fucking GameStop and then go online and resell the shit that you find. You guys don't know that shit. You never lived. You came late to the party. We saw the coming and going of the Virtual Boy. Yeah, like that 3-month period. One of my friends in middle school got the Virtual Boy, and he brought it in one day. Like he brought it to science class. And we were all checking it out, and that was like the last time I ever saw the Virtual Boy. You know, like we saw Nintendo try to go virtual in the like early 90s. They couldn't do it then. And now they're bringing it back as more as like as a laugh. We all know that you broke the bro code with your friend's PS1. Yes, that is true. Except it wasn't his PS1. It was his friend's PS1. So yes, I definitely broke the bro code on that one, 100%. Maverick here says, I went to a Christian school. We didn't get Oregon Trail. We got Reader Rabbit. Oh, no shit, you poor bastard. You poor bastard. Mo here, member for 20 months, man. Thank you. Says, sup, you nerds. Happy Halloween, you filthy animals. That's right. It's a couple days away. Anyway. Let's see. Barrel Bob here says, Sega Game Gear, motherfucker. 6 AA batteries for 3 hours of gameplay. The struggle was real. Yeah, never mind the Neo Geo. All right, the Neo Geo was just as bad, but the fucking Game Gear. But here's the thing, though, dude. Portable Sonic, worth it. Right? Like, that was when you invested in rechargeable batteries. And rechargeable batteries back then were not cheap. They were not cheap under any circumstances. Like, they were fucking expensive. You know, and so if you had like the Game Gear or you had the Neo Geo or any of the other handhelds, no one could afford a Neo Geo. Yeah, I didn't know. I think I knew one guy that had a Neo Geo. What console I played one time that I really liked for the one game that I played? And if I could have ever done it again, I would. I was at E3 in 2005. And I played the N-Gage QD. Does anyone remember the N-Gage? It was the cell phone that doubled as a game device. There was this multiplayer game we demoed, and it was World War II Axis versus Allied. It was really fun, and it was using a multiplayer playing through the N-Gage QD. And I don't know if the game ever came out. I don't remember if it ever came out or not, man. But like, that was cool as shit 20 years ago. You know, this is before the iPhone, before everything else. I mean, the N-Gage didn't last as long as it never should have. Nokia was dumb trying to get into that game. Let's see here. Rational for $2. Thank you, buddy. Says, thoughts on a conservative buying Dominion voting? Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird to me that they sold it to a conservative. It's so weird that given everything that's gone on with Dominion, honestly, though, I'll tell you this. I feel that after what happened in 2020, Dominion's reputation was so gone that they probably just wanted to get the hell out. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's bad. I think it's bad, right? But here's something. I don't know if you know this. So there was a guy, an anonymous donor, paid $130 million to pay the soldiers while while the shutdown is happening. Okay. And the guy who did it, I forget his name, Larry something or another, but his dad was featured in the Epstein files. Right? It is the guy, man. It is his dad is in the Epstein files. They are doing everything they can to keep the government shut down so people will stop talking about the Epstein files, which really makes me wonder if they should stop talking about the Epstein files only to get them, the right wing, to go, well, maybe we should I don't know, maybe we should, okay, they're not talking about it, let's reopen the government. And then when we reopen the government, then they go bam and they drop it on them, and then they're like, ha ha ha, fucking Epstein files, bitch, let's fucking go. It's crazy though. It's crazy to me that our government is bricked up, completely bricked up, right? You got air traffic control workers that are furloughed, and they're now getting no money. Nothing. There's a paycheck stub going around of an air traffic controller with 0 on it. So they are, like fucked. And 4 weeks now, the government's been shut down. The last time the government shut down was in 2019 under Donald Trump. So, I mean, listen, I don't even got to sit there and fucking tell you guys how bad Donald Trump is. You all fucking know this shit. The only person here that doesn't know that Donald Trump is bad is Donovan, but you know what? He's already so far gone as it is. He probably views Donald Trump as his second dad because his mom's got a shrine to him. It's crazy. He comes home and he's all like, he prays to Daddy Donald. Daddy Donald, please. Please make generative AI go away, or let it be my friend. I don't have either. That's what he does. It's not Larry Ellison. No, not Larry Flint. It's Donald is going to break his 35-day record. Oh, he absolutely is. Yep, and no food stamps or SNAP is going to be happening in November as well. So you're going to get a lot of people that are going to get real pissed here real soon. Right? Where is Benson's to shill for Trump? I don't. He'd be on the other channel, but I'm sure he's here. He's definitely going to be out there going like, no, this was all about Biden's fault. This is all the Democrats. I actually talked to like a friend of mine, and I'm all like, yo, like, who the fuck was president in 2020, dog? Right? Because Zuckerberg said that there was a pressure from the Biden administration, like leading into the election. And I'm just like, yeah, but Trump was president. So like, what the fuck? So it's wild, guys. We're watching the country become something else entirely. Let's see. RFK is making it illegal to buy soda and chips with EBT Snap. I'm not actually against that, to be honest with you. I'll tell you what part about. I've been on EBT and Snap. I've been on it before. It's not fun, right? But it's like, there's certain things you can buy, certain things you can't buy. I'm okay with like soda and chips not being part of it. I am. All right. If your kid wants something sweet to drink, 30-cent pack of Kool-Aid, motherfucker. All right. Throw that shit in. There you go. Make it fucking thing of Kool-Aid. That's what I did, But they also allow you to use your EBT and Snap card to buy like rock stars. And I thought that was weird. I'm not against people wanting to get a nice little treat. All right. Everyone deserves a little treat, but I'm not, I don't know. I'm not in charge. Is Donnie Jr. plowing Donovan's mom? I don't think so. More than likely he's plowing a big mountain of snow. Yeah. Don Jr. is looking more and more pressed every single day. Like, does everyone around Donald Trump not realize that like the presidential immunity only covers Trump, and then after a while, it's going to, like, it's going to come bite him in the ass, just saying. So, all right. Oh God, Brandon. How's Peggy doing? Is she doing good? I was thinking about her today, actually. I was like, man. Because I was at a trunk or treat, and there was a Boy Scout there, and Boy Scout had autism. I was talking with his mom. She was very proud of her son. And her son, he is on his way to being an Eagle Scout. He's dedicated. He studies. He cares about the Scouts. He wants to help kids. He wants to help people. That's what he does. That's what he likes to do. And, he's autistic, but he's trying. And then I thought, man, this kid's everything Brandon isn't. And I felt really bad for his mom, for your mom. I hope Peggy's okay. I really do. Hope she's doing good. She was very sweet when we spoke. Very sweet. So hopefully you look after her a little bit. See, look at this. I love this here. I love this. This is how pressed Donovan is. By the way, you know what? I'm just going to show you guys. I've left a little experiment happening the last couple days. Okay. So one of the things I like to laugh about when it comes to Donovan is Donovan will like to say, and I've pointed this out before, but Donovan loves absolutely to try and make it out like he's not obsessed. He tries, what am I on? Wrong one? Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So here we go. This is my okay. It should be okay now. It should be okay. Yeah, it's the internet's going bad tonight. It should be back now. Let me check something here. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on. Stupid fucking Comcast. Okay. So, I'm just going to show you all this because it's funny. All right, here we go. So, I unblocked Donovan, but I haven't responded to him. Okay. 5 hours ago. All right. Donovan quote tweeting me. Donovan quote tweeting me. Donovan quote tweeting me. Donovan tweeting me and taking screenshots. Donovan quote tweeting me again. Donovan quote tweeting me again. Donovan quote tweeting me again. Okay, he keeps going. Hold on. Okay, Donovan tweeting about me. Donovan responding to me. All right. Donovan quote tweeting me again. This is from just like 4 days ago. Quote tweeting me. Tweeting me. Right. Keeps going. Here we go. Yeah, all again. Right. Not even responding to him. Just responding to Culture Crave. Okay. Here we go again. All right. Talking about how like I never blocked Donovan from my chat. And the reason why I did this was it all went to this. Because he lost his shit. He literally loses his shit here. Says here, funny how you are trying to save face when you told me that you banned me from your live chat. You guys are here. Did I ever say ban Donovan? Did I ever say that? Did I ever say ban? I'm pretty sure I said don't ban him. Right? Don't ban him. I've said that repeatedly, but he doesn't get that. So that's what I'm talking about here. I left him unblocked but muted. And over the course of the past 4 or 5 days, he cannot help himself. He cannot help himself. And so again, because I don't want him to be able to lie, because he likes to lie. Okay. There you go. There you go. There's the link, Donovan. Since you are so desperate for my attention, and I never gave it to you in the last 5 days to prove a point, yet here you are on another channel, and I'm not over on $3 Theater. So there you go. It's just, you are an obsessed child. I don't know what I can say to make you realize that. Like, you love to lie. I mean, that part is abundantly clear. Okay, going back to this even, right? I just want to show you. There's a link. Come on in. Right? But again, so it says here, okay. Funny how how now you are trying to save face when you told me that you banned me from your live chat when you clearly did. When I typed in one word, vanished like it never existed. Okay, well, he's saying that I didn't ban him. but he doesn't say he doesn't add the didn't because, you know, he doesn't know how to type. And then also, I'm not going to debate someone that has had no problem slandering my character because, for one, I've never been seen or viewed as a narcissist. Even my close family and friends never describe me as. So I am actually one who really wants to hear every viewpoint, except the ones that are completely intellectually dishonest. Therefore, you're a narcissist because you're not listening to intellectual arguments. You only want confirmation bias. As for me being a coward, at least I'm not the one who's actively being a proponent for an exploitative technology that has been documented and shown evidence of literally stealing creatives' works like a thief in the night without any formalities of basic permission and or a financial incentive to have certain works scraped and put into training models. That's one fucking sentence. I'm calling you a coward because you will hide behind everything except your own voice. Because you are afraid of losing, which means you're a narcissist. And again, me calling you a coward is over all the shit you do, all the shit you say. And you, again, have to deflect because you can never fully take responsibility for the things that you do, ever. Okay, because you go on here to talk about like how you can live your life knowing you've never used any exploitative generative AI and you've gone out and learned the knowledge for yourself. Okay, prove it then. Actually have a conversation, express the knowledge you learned orally, and actually prove it. Because otherwise you are dishonest. Right? I've always liked to drop links. I like to champion conversation. For some reason, you simply cannot do that because you are confession through projection. How is it confession through projection? You use terms you don't know what they mean. How am I projecting anything? I literally have dropped a link to come on in to have a conversation. And you're like, no, I won't do it. I'm too afraid. I won't do it because you confess through projection. You confess through projection. No, I'm not the narcissist. You're a narcissist. Like, you don't know what you're saying at all. You don't know what you're saying. You never know what you're saying. You have been caught in so many obvious lies about so many things. And it's fun to point it out because you're still here, like Brandon. For some reason, you guys claim to not like me, but you can't keep my name out your fucking mouth. I mean, dude, even Anthony Chabot, who is crazy as fuck, who still makes videos about me, even as of last week, and tags me on YouTube all the fucking time. At least he stays away from the chat. But you guys can't help yourself. So it's funny to me because you cannot help yourself. You literally said, Donovan, that I should just ban you because you refuse to take any accountability for your own actions. That's not on me. That's on you. Yeah, Miss Me, he's not the same. Like, they're not the same guy. They both have autism, and that's unfortunate. You know, it's really unfortunate. But I will say this. Brandon, for all of his faults, at least has the balls, the cojones, right, to put his own work out there. Donovan claims to be an artist, but he won't post anything that he's done because he's afraid that AI will steal it. My guy. Even people who are vehemently anti-AI will try to use that nightshade glazing shit that doesn't work, and they'll still put it out there to show people what they can do. You don't do anything. I don't even believe you have a job. I think you get an allowance from your mom. I think you live at home. I think she's embarrassed of you. I do. I think she's embarrassed of you. I mean, your mom's insane as it is, but like, I think your mom looks at you and she's like, why can't he be like Eric Trump? You know, why can't he be like Don Jr.? Sure, they're idiots, but at least they can move out. You know, because that's basically where you stand. That's basically what you are. Like, and it sucks because like you're what, 25? You know, based upon what I could find, you're like 25. You know, I get it. quarter life crisis. What are you doing with your life? Sort of thing. I understand it. I do. I get it. You know, right? You're learning a skill. Good. Go learn the skill, but actually, like, put it to use. Okay. Tweeting like a madman on fucking Twitter is just sad. Super sad. Because you care more about what other people have to say than you do literally your own opinions. You want validation so fucking bad. Which is why you always, every time somebody says anything negative about James Gunn, you're running to like the same 5 people. Because you want them to look at you, say, good boy, Donovan. Good boy, Donnie. Tap you on the head, pat you on the ass, maybe give you a little treat. So you can bounce around and go, I found the James Gunn hater because that's what my life is on Twitter. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's wrong. You're a fucking young man. Be a young man. Go meet a woman. Go get some pussy. Fucking go play a sport. Actually do something. You don't do anything. You don't produce anything. You don't provide anything. You don't do anything. And that's, I think, the saddest fucking thing about you. I've said this before, and I'm just going to keep going off on it. I don't know how to express it to you in such a way that will get you to fuck off. Because you're clearly not going to come on and defend yourself. You're not going to come on and back your claims. You're not going to come on and be a man and actually have a conversation. So what that shows me that you've never had a positive male role model in your life. And if you have a dad, he sucks. Because I tell my kids, yeah, if there's a debate, go have the debate, because that's how you get to the root of the problem. It's through discussion. That's right. He also runs to Moonlight Warrior, and that, oh my God, not even that guy. Jesus. Miss Me here says, I hate AI, but some of those AI soul covers are awesome. Dude, some of those AI covers are fucking great. And there's a lot of work that goes into those. Here you go. Miss Me has got some great advice. Use your time for better things. Learn to love the important things in life. No truer words have ever been spoken. Learn to love the important things in life. That would be your mom. Why don't you focus on trying to bring your mom back from the edge, dude? Like, seriously, like, why don't you try to bring your mom back to, like, center sanity? Just ask her questions, like, why? This is the thing I don't get. I honestly think you deflect to Twitter. I think you really do. I think you are stuck in a bad situation. I think your mom is MAGA crazy. I don't think you know what to do. I think you're stuck. You don't have the money to move out. You don't have the skills to move out. You don't have the social wherewithal or street smarts to live on your own. You got to live with mom, but you're watching mom go insane just day by day by day by day by day by day by day, slipping into the madness of the MAGA cult. She's already been there. She's drunk the Kool-Aid. She's just now waiting for the comet. That's what's happening. And you're stuck. And I get it, dude. But you know what? I'm not the cause of that. Sean O'Rourke is not the cause of that rut. And you taking that out on people you don't like because it gives you some weird sense of validation is not narcissistic. It's sociopathic. So again, the invite is fucking there. I think you've already run away. So I'm already talking to the fucking darkness here. Kirby is the most important thing in his life. The most important thing in life. Well, I mean, yeah, it sucks, right? Anyway, this is for 5. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Says here, AI is not dying. It will be with us forever. It's just plateauing right now. As I saw this coming a long time ago, plateauing. I mean, I don't even think it's plateauing. It's not plateauing. I don't even think it's showing signs of slowing down necessarily. What they need to do is actually, I mean, things are coming out so rapidly with it. The problem, I think, in many ways is like overexpansion. Like, do you need AI in everything? Do you need an AI powered microwave? Do you need an AI powered, fleshlight? Actually, I would argue, yeah, you probably do need an AI powered fleshlight. But it is, yeah, it's in everything. It's getting into everything. And a lot of it is just like basic shit. It's just basic stuff is all it is. So it's really nothing like too much to worry about, I think. But again, it's getting really good with the Sora stuff. We'll watch it. We'll watch one of those fucked up Sora videos. It's fucking funny, man. I love it. Okay, again. Complete. This is how you know you've tapped into the narcissistic brain. Okay, this is what he says. Everything else I said, just in one ear, out the other. Refusal to acknowledge. I mentioned AI. AI isn't creative just for cowards that refuse to learn and put in time and effort into learning something. Again, not true. AI is nothing but a quick dopamine shot instead of a study of self and self-fulfillment. Okay, for one, you stole that line from somebody. I don't know who. Probably something Reed tweeted from his fucking shitter in the middle of the night. All right. Again, not at all what I have to say. This is how you know. This is how you know he is crazy. Because I'm like, here's all these things that are probably very true about his life. Very true about his life. Can't touch on it, can't say a word about it, can't even acknowledge it, goes silent. Say Gen AI, and he's right there. It's a Pavlov's dog's response. Same thing with Brandon and saying that Paw Patrol is just for kids. Right now, South Korea and Google are benefiting from AI more than anyone else. Yeah, I had a passenger the other night who works on Google's AI team. We were talking about it. It's pretty cool shit. Again, Donovan, this is literally the same thing you just said. Right? This is literally the same thing you just said, but just reworded. All right. Yeah, I call you guys Luddites because it's fucking funny. And there are people out there that are like, I don't like how you're making art. You're not making art my way. You're not making art the way that I deem that it's okay. You're not expressing yourself in the exact parameter that I deem to be acceptable. That, little boy, is called being a gatekeeper. It doesn't matter what the technology is. It doesn't matter what the tools are. If you're telling someone that their means of expressing themselves, whether you agree with it or not, is invalid, that is called being a gatekeeper. This is what happens when you get an education, Donovan. You actually learn what things mean. You learn what things mean. And you learn how words are formed and structured and syntaxed into a sentence. You learn things, right? If you think an AI just repeats, that you are just an AI then at this point. My God, you literally say nothing that hasn't already been said 100 times over by somebody smarter than you. You regurgitate the same talking points like you have a job on Fox News. Like that is how far removed from reality you are. And again, nothing about your life is anything you want to comment on. Just Gen AI. How insane does that make you? Here's the thing, guys. One's in the chat if you think I was right with my assessment about Donovan. One's in the chat if you think that I was right, because I think a lot of you agree. Donovan would know about playing pretend. Yeah, he probably would. He probably would. I love this here. All it does is it enable scumbags to play pretend. To what capacity? Anyone who believes that you'll be able to press a button and get a finished product out of anything is ridiculous. No one who messes around with AI believes that for a second. No one. In fact, a lot of the people that I talk to who do work with AI are quite creative. They think in different forms than somebody else does, but they're still thinking and they're still trying to evolve and create. They just create in a way you don't like, which means you're the gatekeeper. Yeah, when does the show start? I know. I'm just kind of hanging out tonight. All these problems, the problem right now is AI is excelling in spell checking, porn, and video editing. I'll tell you one thing, it can't do math very well. It's still got some problems. So yeah. We have a psychopath, that's all I'm saying. Okay. Let's take a look here at the main thing tonight. YouTube will age restrict more content showing graphic violence in video games. YouTube will now age gate an additional small subset of violent content, even if it's from video games. So how far is this going to go? It's YouTube, so you can never really know, can you? You never really know. Do I have that? There we go. Sorry, I've got the actual thing here. Okay, so here's what they say. Graphic gaming content. In addition to our existing guidelines around graphic gaming content, we will age restrict an additional small subset of video game content featuring realistic human characters that focuses on scenes of torture or scenes of mass violence against non-combatants, right? So basically, the no Russian mission. That's going to happen. We'll consider several factors when reviewing this type of content, such as duration, prominence, such as if the violent imagery is zoomed in or the main focus of the scene, realistic human characters, if the violence is happening to a character that looks like a real human, which video games generally look like real people. I mean, fictionalized, out of proportion people, but still. Anyway, content uploaded before November 17, 2025 that violates these guidelines may be removed or age restricted, but will not result in a strike. Okay. Making edits. For creators who have content that's in scope of these updates, you may be able to edit your video description or use our video editor to trim or blur to make any changes. Here's the thing with that, though. I think after a certain point, they won't let you do that. And then also, if we age restrict or remove any content, you will be notified. They've been really upping the game on some of this shit lately. I got a lot of emails last week about older Hollywood After Dark live streams that are like demonetized for something that got claimed in copyright. Yeah, probably most horror games are going to be like that. Pushing gamers towards Twitch. I don't know, man. I kind of agree that a lot of people are saying Twitch is dead. Twitch is in a seriously bad situation with this whole Emeru thing. And I don't think it's going to get any better. They definitely have made a lot of errors on that front. And they have made not a lot of good headway with trying to fix it. And that ends up being a big problem, that because they have not gone through and made it so people actually want to go there. I think there's more and more people that are not wanting to go to Twitch these days. I mean, I don't want to go to Twitch these days. I haven't been to Twitch in years. And I don't like the interface. I don't like the layout. I don't like the community. I mean, it's pretty bad. Let's see here. What's left then? Kick. I mean, Rumble, Kick. Kick is going to get a lot of players over there. But they're also backed by crypto gambling. So, there's that. Let's see. If I was Elon Musk, I would be embarrassed with his idea of AI in Grokpedia. They're both a joke. I did check out Grokpedia earlier today, very briefly. Very briefly. Let's see. Grokpedia.com. Let's see. Okay. We're going to check this out. This is Grokpedia. Fucking BitChute. Oh, that's an old one. What about DLive? Oh my God. Let's see. Okay, what do we know about let's just look it up. Let's just look up Gamergate. There we go. Let's see here. All right, so this is fact-checked by Grok yesterday, the Gamergate article. Gamergate was a grassroots online campaign launched in August 2014 to demand accountability and ethical reforms in video game journalism. Actually, that's actually accurate, because on Wikipedia they call it the harassment campaign. But what I loved here is, like, look, all of this shit. They actually have all of these things here about it. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me read this here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so ignited by a detailed blog post from programmer Aaron Joney, accusing ex-partner indie developer Zoe Quinn of undisclosed romantic and professional entanglements with journalists that potentially influenced coverage of her text-based game Depression Quest. I mean, I don't know if I'd say how true that is. I do feel like that was a joke that kind of got away from people and ended up like taking on a life of its own. The revelations confirmed to include a relationship with Kotaku writer Nathan Grayson, though no direct review occurred, sparked widespread scrutiny of industry conflicts, culminating in the exposure of the private Game Journal Pros mailing list, where over 150 journalists and executives discussed coordinated narratives, blacklisting, and responses to criticism, including templates for articles dismissing gamer identity. That is actually true. 150 journalists were in this email thread that were talking about how to protect Zoe Quinn. It's very true. Now let's see. Do you think I am mentioned in this article? I don't think I am. I don't think I would be. I don't think it's gonna mesh me. Everyone's going to Patreon now for what? Let's see. Elon said his AI is to help people give free healthcare and universal high income, and he wants to give all humans free internet through his Starlink satellites. Yeah, I heard him say that the other day. I mean, I don't know how much of that I believe, to be fair. It's a lofty goal, but he's got the money to be able to get the fucking ball rolling. Now read the Wikipedia page for that. Yeah, well, it's I will find it here in a second. All right, let's see the origins. Okay, on August 16th. Oh wow, did I talk about it? Because I covered it on August 16th, 2014. Okay. On August 16th, 2014, the former boyfriend of indie developer Zoe Quinn published a detailed blog post on WordPress titled Zoe Quinn's Extraordinary Adventures in Promiscuity, referred to as the Zoe Post. The approximately 9,200 word entry chronologued the couple's breakup earlier that year and alleged Quinn had engaged in romantic or sexual relations with at least 5 other men during their time together, supported by embedded chat logs, timelines, and screenshots of communications. Among those named was Nathan Grayson, a journalist contributing at Kotaku, who Joney claimed had begun a brief sexual relationship with Quinn in late August 2013. That's wrong. It was actually April of 2014, I believe. I got to maybe read it again, but I thought that they got together like at the beginning of April 2014, but I could be wrong. The post's relevance to gaming media ethics emerged from Grayson's prior and subsequent coverage of Quinn-related projects. Grayson had mentioned Depression Quest. That is true. While writing for Rock Paper Shotgun on March 31st, 2014. That is true. Okay, so here we go. Grayson later stated in a Kotaku editorial, August 20th, 2014, that their encounter was a one-time event post and his initial acquaintance was with Quinn at a 2013 industry party, and that he had not reviewed Depression Quest or allowed the relationship to influence his work. I actually kind of believe Grayson, even if I do think that he's a bit of a dick. Okay, and then it goes right over to August 27th. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, Baldwin did in fact he was the one who created the game, or created the name Gamergate. Okay. But yeah, they're skipping over like August 18th to August 27th. So in those 9 days a lot happened. And it is very much something that they're not going to. Let's see here. Harassment claims, counterclaims, online coordination. Let's see. Gamergate support was utilized decentralized online platforms for coordination, focusing on sharing documentation of alleged ethical lapses in video game journalism. Key venues included Twitter for real-time advocacy, the Reddit subreddit Kotaku in Action. Yep, that's a big one. That's still around, actually. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do a Control F on this motherfucker. Okay. So there's no, I'm not mentioned. Jarbo's not mentioned. Let's see, Matt. There's no mundane, Matt. See, I'm erased from all this story, man. That's actually probably for the best, to be fair. It's probably for the best. I wonder if I'm on here. Let's see. God, should be pretty bad. Matt Jarbo. Let's see. Raheem Jarbo. I'm not Raheem Jarbo. That's Mega Ran, by the way. Those of you know the nerdcore rapper. Yeah. That's so I am not listed on here at all. I am not. That's kind of sad, to be honest with you. All right. Let's take a look here at the Gamergate. Here we go. This is the wiki for Gamergate. And it says Gamergate was a loosely organized misogynistic online harassment campaign motivated by a right-wing backlash against feminism, diversity, and progressivism in video game culture. It was conducted using the hashtag Gamergate primarily in 2014 and 2015. Gamergate targeted women in video game industry, most notably feminist critic Anita Sarkeesian and video game developers Zoe Quinn and Brianna Wu. I mean, obviously, you know, like again, what I love is that they downplay the fact that Zoe Quinn was actively involved in the counterattacks that kind of helped fuel this entire thing, right? There's like I forget when it was, but she was at a bar in Frisco, and like Adam Sessler was there with her, and they took a selfie, and in the back of the selfie, you can see that they've got a laptop, and they're on 4chan. You know what I mean? So it's like they were actually actively trolling everybody back, trying to get people to strike. I was referred to as the little blue skull guy in the book. That's what I was referred to as. Matt Jarbo is the true creator of Gamergate, lost in the annals of time. I mean, I am, yeah, I guess. Not the true creator, but I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you go, man, this happened. And then the history books are like, well, yeah, but were you really there? And then I'm like, was anyone really there? It was all fucked up. But there we go. Most of Grokkapedia is a copy paste of Wikipedia. It is. It is. But they want to de-wokeify it. So that's what it boils down to. They want to de-wokeify. I don't think, I mean, look, were there elements of Gamergate that had misogynistic undertones? Fuck yeah, there were. Holy shit. I mean, like, you know, the stuff that you just get, like, I'm not saying it was good, but it was really just online trolling. You know, it was really, really just online trolling. And then, but people were wanting there to be ethics. They were wanting there to be, you know, accountability. There's a lot there that really, I think, was worth talking about. And here's been all these years. The problem, though, is that it was largely taken over by people from the right-wing culture war. And that was like Steve Bannon type people. And, you know, that was really about it. That's unfortunate. Because it could have been, I don't know. It could have actually been a vehicle for change, like solid change. But unfortunately, it was not. You know, it didn't really do anything. You know, it just didn't. It didn't really. At the end of the day, what did Gamergate accomplish? Like, not too much. You know, not too much. You know, I think it maybe shined a light on a few things, but it was. I'm not looking up the EFAP article. I don't give a fuck about EFAP. So, have I seen my Encyclopedia Dramatica? Yes, I've seen my Encyclopedia Dramatica article. I was actually laughing when they finally gave me one. Because I was wondering, like, for a long time, when am I going to get an Encyclopedia Dramatica article? But I'll say this, though. Encyclopedia Dramatica is really kind of a shell of its former self. You know? It's really a shell of its former self. But that's kind of what happens with parts of the internet. You know, it's like 4chan isn't as much fun as it used to be. Reddit isn't as much fun as it used to be. Twitter is a fucking dumpster fire, which you figure would make it more fun, but it's not, because you get, you get people like Donovan that are just insane. And they take the fun out of everything because they have to hyper analyze everything you say because they have nothing else to do with their life. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But yeah. Yep. Why did I steal Woody? Because I needed money. So there you go. Speaking of money, I might actually get Employee of the Month. I might. Usually, Employees of the Month will get it if like a customer writes in and says something real nice, and I had that happen, and it was the woman I least expected to do it, which is kind of crazy. So it was just the other night. I had a lady. She'd been waiting for a while. She wanted to go home, and we had to she got there early, and then I had to. We had to kind of move her around a little bit, and it was going to delay her a little bit longer getting home. But I figured out a way to do it to where it was first. So I got her home first. So there we go. That was my nice, good deed of the week. What's going on here? Elon Musk is a joke and an idiot. That is true. He is a joke. Oh, all right. Anything else going on today? I don't know. I got really nothing else going on. I just kind of was chilling. So I guess I'll probably wind it down. Just kind of make it a quick night. I'll probably be on tomorrow night. I have Halloween stuff with the kids tomorrow night, and then I've got a doctor appointment really early on Thursday morning, so I probably won't be up too late, but I could open up the call lines tomorrow or something, and we'll do that because my throat is starting to hurt right now anyway. So I'm probably just going to go stop talking. But yeah, I'm just going to end it. I'll see you guys all later. Thank you all for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll do a WAD after dark tomorrow night, and then we'll open up the calls. And yep, see ya.
Turn off that pesky ad block.